What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Hippo Supercoach, and today I'm going to be discussing the best trade targets for this week, best trade outs, best trade ins, and just trades in general, and then talk about my trades at the end. So if you haven't already, make sure you drop a like, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1K subs. We're nearly there, so yeah, would be appreciated. Anyway, let's get into the traded in. So Ryan Marich is the #1 traded in player this week. It makes sense to me just because obviously he's 102K. He should have good job security. Playing at West Coast, obviously, like a key forward. He should be good, like a good downgrade option. Obviously, had his buy, so yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't be a good option. He's probably the best downgrade option. Now, there is some news about Oyson Mullen being fit to play. That being said, I don't know if he'll be named, so if he is named, then he will be probably a better downgrade option if you don't already have him. So yeah, keep an eye on him. Next guy we're going to be looking at is Angus Sheldrick. So I like Sheldrick. He played really well, plenty of CBAs. The thing is, he did only spend 55% of the time on ground, which is not great. Kicked 2 goals as well, so that helped his score. And the other thing is Callum Mills has to come back, and I think it's either this week or next week that Mills is expected back. So Sheldrick probably won't keep his CBAs that high. He scored a 91 with 2 goals, so yeah, I probably, like, if you can afford to downgrade to him and still, like, bring in a Primo or something, then fair enough, do it. He's much better scoring potential than, like, a Marriage. But the job security, I don't even know if that's there, to be honest. So I probably wouldn't go near Sheldrick, personally. But yeah, the scoring potential is there. I just don't think he keeps his role in that midfield when Mills is back, so yeah. Darcy Cameron, now this is the guy, one of the guys that I'm bringing in this week. Really good price, had his buy. Break even of 70, so it's okay. Averaging the 95, and that includes the injury game, which I think was around, okay, that was the 89. He was on track for a big score that game as well. Hasn't been great against Carlton, but then every other game has been okay. I expect him to average in between 95 and 100 for the rest of the season, and I think that is, yeah, I think that's reasonable F6. So 464k, can't really go wrong with Darcy Cameron. I think his floor is really low. His floor is really high. I think his floor is about an 80 if he plays like Salt Ruck or like 70% Ruck with Cox. So yeah, should score well most weeks, and I don't think he'll burn us. Jasper Fletcher is another one. I don't really like him. Break even -1. Job security is very, very iffy. Yeah, I probably would stay away from him. 157k as well. Number 5, Clayton Oliver. Now, this is one of the guys that I'm also bringing in. Obviously, his fitness is a bit of a worry, but I mean, it's Clayton Oliver. At the end of the day, if he's playing tonight, or if he's playing tomorrow night and he's named tonight, then he's coming into my team, plain and simple. I haven't had him all year, and I can't wait to own him and chuck the BC on him this week. But yeah, I think, yeah, obviously there is a fitness concern, but I think they won't play him if he's not right. And yeah, he's a beast. He's an absolute pig. Harvey Harrison is number 6, so I don't know about Harvey Harrison, to be honest. I don't think his job security is great, but if he is named, then he is a decent option because he is on the bubble, I believe. Yep, he's played the 2 games, -38 break even, so he's going to make 33k this week if he scores 35. So yeah, probably almost a must downgrade if you have him. I mean, if he's named, but people are saying Elliott's supposed to come back in for him, so keep an eye on that. Jordan Dawson and Rory Laird, so we'll pair these two together. Obviously, if you don't have them, it's just a matter of who you don't have, getting them in. They're both a really good price. Well, Laird not so much, but Dawson's probably bottomed out. So if you need one, you probably get him. He's in slightly worse form than Laird, though. Laird is looking like a beast again. He's coming off some really good games, and I just think, yeah, if you don't have Rory Laird, you probably need to get him ASAP. Yeah, post-buy was pretty good last year as well, so yeah, I'd probably get him. And Dawson's, yeah, obviously Dawson's got the defensive mid status, so he can be very versatile for your teams. So I really like the pick with him. Elliot Yeo, now this is one that is doing my head in. I personally think I'm going to bring him in, and I'm not very confident about this at all. Like, at all. I do not want to bring him in one bit. But look, the price, 399k. He's got 100 average potential. He's gone 125 and 113 in his last 2. I think I'm going to take a punt on him. Break even of -9. He makes 44k if he scores 90 this week. All I need is like 2 more tons, and he probably makes, 80k. But yeah, I mean, it's not great. It's really not great. But I just think at D6, it's okay. He should get defender mid status, I hope, in round 18. I think round 18, yeah. But yeah, I'm not sure. And then Lockie Neal, obviously just he's in some great form. He's getting tagged every week and he's pumping out some really good scores. He's gone, 109, 128, 122, 102, 144. Obviously, I started him, but yeah. He's a great option. Now, traded out. Now, Tim English isn't in here, but I personally am going to trade Tim English out, and it is psychotic, I know. But I'm backing in Kieran Briggs. Now, I need that extra cash. Plain and simple, I need that extra cash right now. So, yeah, unfortunately, Briggs has to go. English has to go. Briggs is only averaging like 6 or 7 points less than him anyway. So, fingers crossed Briggs can keep up with him. He is playing like an absolute madman right now. His follow-up is great. It's like Mumford in his prime, just not as dirty. But, yeah, he tackles super well. It's like, yeah, he's just a beast. And he wins the hitouts as well. So, I'm very confident in Briggs. Now, people might say, oh, he'll drop off. Well, you know what? English could drop off. I don't think he will, but he could. Yeah, it's got to hope Briggs can keep it up. I think the way he's playing, like, I don't see why he would drop off. Yeah, he's really found his feet at AFL level right now, and I'm very confident he can go 115 for the rest of the year, being the salt ruck. So talking about traded out, so Eddie Ford, obvious one. Break Evans kind of caught up with him. Same with Sincotta. Now Sicily, unfortunately, has to go for me. Expected to be available around 18, but it's just not. It's too long for me. I just can't hold him. I want to bring him back in, obviously, but I can't hold him for that long. Wardlaw as well. Makes sense, break even sort of high now. He's made 92k, it is what it is. And the reason a lot of people are jumping off these guys, and you look at all these blue dots, it's because they have the bye. We need to get players on field for this week. Most people are playing for rankings, so it's like, we want to field 18, and it's very hard. People are jumping off Zeeble. I don't mind that. Yeah, he had 14 touches, which is quite weird. Horn Francis, he's got to go. He sucks. Angwin probably has to go. Phillips, I don't mind that. He's made 250k, so if you picked him at the start, or picked him whenever he was on the bubble, good job, because that's a big cash cow. And people are trading Briggs out, which is kind of sad to see, but I understand, like, you would rather English, a bit more trustworthy. If they were the same price, obviously you're going to pick English, but unfortunately they're not the same price, and I am backing in Kieran Briggs. And then Sheasel being traded out, I don't really agree with that. I think Sheasel has to be a keeper. He's got his rollback, so yeah, I'm confident in Sheasel. Now, so my trades: Yo, Oliver, and Cameron in for Sicily, English, and Ford. And like I said, it's crazy trading English out. It's annoying that I have to trade Sicily out, but it lets me get Clayton Oliver and Darcy Cameron. Elliot Yo is a very, very iffy pick. I'm not confident in it one bit, and if it fails, I understand, and I'm expecting it to fail, but I'm kind of hoping for it not to, obviously. So if you look at my team at its full capacity, or full strength, I should say, I actually get to put Humphrey on the bench. And I plan on cashing Humphrey in, right? So this is how the team looks. 35k, 5 trades left. Yeah, this is how it's going to look. So basically, we're probably going to need to get rid of Steele. I don't see him... yeah, he gained 28 meters last week anyway. I don't see him being a keeper one bit, so Humphrey and Steele will turn into Petrarca, and then Sincotta and Yo will probably turn into Sicily again, and that would give me 1 trade left, and it's just gambling at this point, because it's, obviously if I get injuries I'm screwed, but if I don't, I have pretty much one of the most perfect teams you could possibly get. Obviously no Butters, no English, no Liberatore, but everyone else is decent, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, it's going to leave me with 1 trade, and I'm going to have to wait till round 18 to get Sicily back. So I'll probably, so next week, I think Steele and Humphrey go for track. Now I am open, if Oliver's not named this week, I am open to going to Petrarca this week instead. Yeah, so I'll get Petrarca and then I'll get Oliver next week. But yeah, for now, I'd just rather Oliver. I just think, if you can get Oliver now, just save the trade, because the thing is, obviously right now it looks good. I can get Oliver and Petrarca next 2 weeks, but all it takes is 1 or 2 injuries. And it's all of a sudden, it's you might not be able to get Clary next week or Petrarca next week. So I'd rather Oliver this week, get him in. Don't have to worry about it, and just let him sit in my team and pig up and chuck the VC on him every week. So yeah, that's my trades. I might do a live stream later tonight, so make sure you guys have the noties on if you are interested. We'll talk about the teams when they're announced and just general Supercoach discussion, I guess. But that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.